Still don't get how you got them so fast.
Do what?
Still don't get how you got them so fast.
So I worked hard at it.
I need to edit my video.
Hello, hello, hello. If anybody out there can hear me, let me know if I'm on.
Is there any viewers?
I think it says there's one in there.
And
You can sit in the chair beside him, maybe.
Aiden said, but I don't know if there's room for 3 people in front of this little camera.
He wants to be in it. I'll move.
All right, so I need to check one thing real quick because I think I need to, this right here.
There's the cake.
I don't have any cake, okay?
You said there was any cake. That's why I showed up.
That's why you showed up, huh? Okay,
I'm out, yo, if there's no cake.
there's no cake. All right, unfortunately, there's no cake. All right, you can hear us just fine. Perfect. So, still trying to work through all the.
Why are you smirking?
Who's smirking? Because I've got Caden right here on the other side of the camera acting like he's filming from some.
are we on air? Yeah, we're good.
Go away. Okay, welcome to Fugate Farms Madhouse. This is sponsored by Dr. Pepper Cream Soda Zero Sugar. I think I messed up the live. So there's probably a bunch of people that are in the wrong live. So I'm going to wait and let them join. Hopefully they'll join.
How do you have multiple lives?
I didn't mean to. Thank you, Jody Young. Seems like more people are coming in. So I created, if anybody's wondering why they can't find this live that was scheduled and then all of a sudden got deleted at the last minute, I accidentally, because I don't know how to use StreamYard, I created 2 streams and I think I deleted the wrong one. So I deleted the one on YouTube that I didn't delete off of StreamYard. So the one I left on StreamYard didn't have anywhere on YouTube to point to.
You killed the live.
I killed the okay, that's Stephen, Mr. Boots and Bounty. Thank you for coming over. I was just explaining that I killed the live because I screwed it up. Because I didn't take your advice, Stephen, and test it ahead of time. So I created the live first on YouTube. And then I went over to StreamYard and created the live on StreamYard, which also created another live on YouTube. And then when I went to YouTube to delete out the one that I created on YouTube, I deleted out the one that StreamYard created, which was the one that everybody's trying to join. So thank you guys for joining. Prepper for Life. Hello. Let's see who else is in here. Donna Brown. Hello. Good to see you. Kettle Kitchen. Thank you guys. Redbird Farm. Brenda. Good to see everybody. Thank you guys for coming over here and supporting us on our very first live. So was the other live trying to go and then it shut off? Somebody tell me what happened on your end, because I don't know. Leanne, Mennonite Farmhouse, thank you for joining us. So I have a little bit of a dilemma going on right now in that our new goat that we just brought home Friday is on the wrong side of the fence. So I'm looking out here at the goat pen, and I have a goat on one side that's in the right place and a goat out in the middle of the pasture that is not in the right place. So if I'm a little distracted over there, that's why. So I apologize. For those of you that don't know, this is my wife, Michelle. I think most of you know me from the video. She's got the most successful video on the channel. Yeah, right. Her video is way more successful than mine.
Just because they're not used to seeing me. That's the only reason why.
So, do I want I would love a moderator, but I'm not smart enough to know how to find a moderator yet. Do I just click the 3 buttons and add moderator? See, there you go, Brenda. Thank you. That is perfect. Hello, nice to meet Kettle Kitchen. Nice to meet you too. I think I just saw you on the Mr. Boots and Bounty live today for the first time. So thank you for coming over here. And Caden is also in the chat. Thank you, Caden, for joining as well. Yes, I want some moderators. So since you asked, you nominated yourself. Thank you, Leanne. There you go. Yes, sir. You will want them. Anybody that wants to be a moderator, just say, hey,
Jaden.
if I know who you are, I'll make you a moderator. If I don't, then I don't know. Peterson Farms of Nashville. Sorry, I'm technically challenged, technologically challenged when it comes to these new stream things. I did it wrong for the first time. You're creating an echo if you don't turn your volume all the way down. Okay, thank you. So anyway, Stephen, I just added you as well. So thank you very much. Thank you to all the people that have volunteered to moderate. Let's see. It looks like, depending on who I'm asking right now, I think I've got 8 people in here. Is that right? I mean, 8 people on my very first live. Come on now. Do you want links posted? Absolutely post links. Anybody that is in here that is supporting me, I want to support them as well. So throw some links up. Or you can sit and be mildly entertained by. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Sophie was back in the goat pen. I got distracted again. That'll happen a little bit.
Yo.
I think I got 3 mods, and that's good for now. A little bit. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Give him some thumb. I can't even read that. Some support. Where did it go? The chat moved on.
Thumbs up.
Oh, he deleted it right as I was trying to read it. Darn keyboard. I know that feeling. Okay, so I'm going to do like Steven from Mr. Boots and Bounty. And if your name is not like Leanne, Mennonite Farmhouse, Brenda, Redbird Farm, I know you, Donna Brown, that's your name. Prepper for Life. What is your name? If you'll throw that down in there for me, that would be super helpful. That way, I like to call people by their name, unless they don't want to be called by their name. If you want to be called something else, then put that in there too. So for those of you that don't know, Caden, he's also been on the channel some. Prepper for Life pinning. All right, perfect. I'm writing that down. As I was saying, Caden has been on the channel some with me. He's my youngest, and he's sitting right behind me, pestering me.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Okay. So anyway. So if you hear some noise in the background, it's him. So, AKA Heidi the cat's mom. Tony in Northeast Washington State. I just got back from Washington, Tony. That's awesome. So we were in the Tri-Cities area last week. Anyway, so I told some people that I was going to be eating cake for this 100 subscribers celebration. And somebody didn't get me a cake.
I was supposed to get the cake?
Yeah, I told you I wanted a cake.
You just told me to be here at 7. So
That's not true. That's not true at all. You're kind of out of the frame. I'm gonna add you in there. Lean towards me a little bit so that people can see you. They're here to see you. They're not here to see me. I promise you. Arkansas Micro Farm. Welcome. Oh no, she's in the corner of the pasture. I thought she was out in the road. Sorry.
Bro, you're fine.
80 miles north of Spokane. Well, that's a pretty area up there. Finally made it back here. Camp Silky. Thank you. Oh, by the way, Rebecca Davis is here, and I just wanted to say she sent us these hats.
They're super.
So I won a giveaway on Scott Rambling with the Brooms. I won a giveaway on his channel. I want to say it was his 500 subscriber giveaway. And so Rebecca Davis actually offered or what's the word I'm looking for? She entered into the giveaway to give away one hat. And when the box arrived, it was a hat for everybody in my family and a scarf for me. Y'all, this is like a blanket.
Super warm.
I'm telling you, if it wasn't 90 degrees outside in Oklahoma right now, was it 82 this afternoon? This thing right here, these things are warm. If you go back to the video where I said Mrs. Fugate Farms takes over, she was she won the hat and scarf. So Leanne won one in the same live. So Leanne, I don't know if I got special treatment or if your whole family got one too, but we all got hats and I got a scarf. So Rebecca, thank you so much. I got Caden claimed this hat. It's kind of like a desert tan camo or whatever. Really cool. He likes that one. Michelle, this is yours, right?
No, I have a hot pink one.
Oh, she's got a hot pink one. Okay.
But yeah, I use that one too.
So I'm going to be real with you, Rebecca. I don't know where my hat's at. It fell somewhere. I don't know if it's in the closet. I can't
I'm
find
gonna
it.
be real with you, Rebecca. That happens a lot. He loses things.
Hey, listen. That's not very nice. Backlash Fisherman, thank you. Thank you for coming in. Hello. Good evening. Garden to Table with Heather Lynn. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. I was just explaining to everybody that I was supposed to have a cake for my 100 subscriber celebration, but I don't. So instead, we're drinking Dr. Pepper cream soda, 0 sugars. My husband refuses to wear anything but baseball hats. Well, I mean, what can I say? Rebecca, that was very nice of you. It was very nice. I was not. She emailed me and wanted to know like colors that everybody in the family wore, but I wasn't sure what all we were going to get. So super awesome and super thankful, because although we don't have a super long winter here, we do have some cold snaps, and we have animals that we have to go feed. And so being able to go out and put on a nice warm hat, homemade hat, always better than the junk you buy in the store. So I can't argue with that at all. I'm looking for Sophie. I don't see her. I don't see her anywhere. She's probably riding in the back of that car that just drove by. Broke Cowgirl Homestead. Hello. Thank you for the congratulations. Thank you for joining Britton Farms Homestead. If I'm missing anybody, I'm sorry. I think I already said hi to Backlash Fisherman. So I think, so Caden is still behind us. I wish I could turn this camera around and show you the craziness that is Fugate Farms.
He's very professional.
He's got headphones on like he's an audio engineer. He's got a camera in his hand. He's having more fun than anybody right now. Oh, he does. He's got a laptop. Yes. So anyway, I did not plan, because that's not in my nature to plan anything. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try to keep up with the chat. Okay. And if you'll help me keep up with the chat, I think what we'll do is, for everybody who hasn't watched all of the Fugate Farms, my husband is a dairy crop farmer. You think he would want something warmer. Hey, I got cowboy hats hanging on the wall that I hardly ever wear. I've got all sorts of other hats, and I put on my ball cap more than anything else. So I understand that. So anyway, for those of you that haven't watched all of my videos on my channel, I figured we would take a little bit, since this is our very first live. We've got quite a few people in here. Super awesome to see that. I got 15 now on my very first live. Super excited about that. But I thought maybe we would kind of run down a little bit about Fugate Farms and how we ended up here. So we are just south of Mounds, Oklahoma. If you're not familiar with Oklahoma at all, we're south of Tulsa, basically. Most people are familiar with Tulsa and Oklahoma City. It's the only two cities that everybody knows. I'm telling you, I wish I could turn this camera around.
Mama's about to go mom on him.
She's about to go mom on him. Super distracting. I mean, what can I say? So anyway, sorry for the distraction. Caden, please. I can't even focus right now. Anyway, so we're just about 15-ish, 20 miles south of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Michelle actually grew up right in this area. I did not. I grew up more of Tulsa, and then northeast of Tulsa. Spent most of my summers in a town called Pryor, if you're familiar with that. And about early 2017, it was May when we moved here. So early 2017, we decided we were tired of living in Tulsa, halfway between Tulsa and Oklahoma City. Brenda, so I knew you were in Oklahoma, but I wasn't sure exactly where you're at. And I think you've told me before, and with my wonderful planning and paying attention and everything, I can't remember where. Susie Jacobson, hello. Thank you for joining. We're just in the process of telling everybody how we ended up out here. So early 2017, we started looking. We were actually renting at the time in a town called Bixby, which is a suburb of Tulsa, and we were sick of it. Right? Yes. Speak up. Don't be shy. The people love Michelle more than they do Josh.
No, they don't.
Yes,
they
do.
just don't see Michelle very much.
So anyway, by Stroud. Awesome. I know Stroud very well. I used to have to go to Oklahoma City all the time for work, like literally every single day of the week. And I would drive Route 66 because I'm kind of cheap and I don't like to pay the turnpike. And I would go through Stroud every morning. Anyway, so 2017, we were looking and we looked. How many houses did we look at? A bunch that were not out in the country. We were just like, we don't want to rent anymore. We want to do something different, yada, yada, yada. And then next thing you know, it's like none of the houses we were looking at were any good. And Michelle shows me this one house and she's like, how did you find it? Was it Zillow?
Yeah.
So she found it on Zillow. And all it said was like a house, gathered together homestead. Hello, thank you for coming in. Thank you for joining. So she shows me this house on Zillow, and it was like the house plus 1 acre with the potential to possibly buy more land. So we're like, let's go look at it. So I was at work, and you FaceTimed me, right?
I think I drove out here, didn't I?
You did. You
I
FaceTimed
did.
me and you drove out here and FaceTimed me. So she drives out here, and she's like, hey, you know, and I could tell by the look on her face on FaceTime that she was pretty excited about this place. Like, this might
It needed a lot of work.
it
but
still needs a lot of work.
well, yeah,
But we've come a long way too. But so she FaceTimes me. The surface out here is terrible. So I'm seeing like a smear of green with a house in the background. And I'm like, it's out in the country. She's like, yeah. So I'm like, let's go. So that evening, I think it was, I came out here with you, or maybe the next day. I don't remember.
yeah.
Anyway,
The realtor thought we were crazy.
yeah,
Let's
he
just
did.
get that. They was like, are you sure?
So before we even came out here with the realtor, me and Michelle came out here, and I don't know if you remember this or not, but we come out here and we look around, and I'm kind of like, well, it is a farmhouse, and there's nothing around it. So our house sits in the middle of a family-owned piece of property that's 240 acres. So, Donna Griggs, hello. Thanks for coming in. So anyway, our house sits in the middle of 240 acres. And so we come out here and we're looking, and I'm like, man, it's definitely out in the middle of nowhere. It's awesome. And so we call the realtor. We have the realtor look into it. He's like, all right, let's get the keys. Let's go in and look at it. He brings us out here. We look at it. And y'all, I'm telling you, to say this place needed some work. Now, I mean, it's not the worst house I've ever seen, right? I mean,
No.
we walked worst houses when we were looking to move here. But when we walked those houses, we walked in and was like, nope, turned around, walked out. We came here and we walked in and it kind of stunk a little bit. The people that we bought it from were good people. This house had been in their family for a long time, and they were ready to move. I'm just going to say that because I don't want them to stumble across this video and think I'm bad mouthing them or anything, because I'm certainly not. Just the house needed a lot of work. I walked outside and I told the real estate agent, I didn't even ask my wife. I said, I'm buying this house. And he looks at me like, are you sure? I said, yes, I want to put an offer on it right now. And he's like, have you talked to your wife? I said, no, we're buying this house. And so he's kind of like trying to talk me off the ledge. He didn't. We put in an offer. They didn't even counter the offer. They just accepted our offer right away. And I didn't lowball them, but I didn't give them what they were asking for either. And so anyway, making a long story longer here, we bought the house. I know I'm terrible at telling stories because I get so distracted. Anyway, so we bought the house. We moved out here. And the day we moved in, as we are moving into the house, Michelle goes, what's that smell? I'm like, I don't know, because
They had a candle burning, when we even looked at it.
So they had candles going. They had, Scentsy or whatever in the plugins and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, we go to move in, and she starts opening cabinets and is like, I don't know, what's that smell, blah, blah, blah. And so I start looking around in the kitchen, and it becomes very clear. Again, this is a house out in the country, so not a surprise, but it becomes very clear very quickly that there is a mouse infestation in this house. So I'm like, you're never getting the smell out of these cabinets. I literally start ripping cabinets out of the kitchen.
We have friends moving us in, and Josh is ripping cabinets out.
Look, I told you I get distracted, okay? I'm literally pulling cabinets off the wall, and I'm walking out with pieces of a countertop and a cabinet while a friend of ours is walking in carrying in boxes. He's like, where do you want this one? It's like, I don't care. I'm taking this outside to burn it. So anyway, fast forward like 5-6 hours, and I tore all the cabinets out, top cabinets, bottom cabinets, everything. I tear everything out, and I look in this one spot in the floor just doesn't feel right. So I'm kind of like bouncing up and down on it, and I'm like, babe, this doesn't feel right. And we had all the inspections done, we had everything done. I'm like, babe, this doesn't feel right. I got to look at this. And she's like, what do you mean you got to look at it? And I'm like, I'm cutting a hole in this floor so I can find out what the heck is going on here. So that's exactly what I proceeded to do.
Mind you, we had a very small nest egg for some minor.
We did not have the money saved
No,
to launch into full-blown gutting the house remodel.
just minor things we were going to
I
replace.
mean,
windows and
yeah. Our plan was like lipstick and rouge, right? Some paint, address things as they come along. Our plan was not to move in here and gut it. That was not in the plan at all. I cut a hole in the floor. I cut a hole just about this big so that I can shine a flashlight down in there and look. Crawl space house. I shine my flashlight in there, and I see, for those of you that have ever done any kind of house frame or anything, you understand floor joists. I see a floor joist, and then that floor joist disappears. There's no more floor joist. I'm like, I got to cut a bigger hole because something's not right here. So I cut a bigger hole. This is a ceramic tile kitchen that I'm now cutting holes in the day we moved into the house. I pull probably a 2x2 square. When I pull the square up off the floor, when I pull the square up off the floor joist comes with it, what was left of it. Yes, we have mice still constantly, Brenda. It's like I can't get rid of them. So I pull. Did I see somebody say Hygge Homestead was in here? Yes, awesome. Welcome. Thank you for being here. So I pull the square up off the floor, and I'm like, the floor joist just came out with it. So anyway, fast forward again, long story made even longer. The very first day we moved in, we started gutting the kitchen. And before it was all said and done, the kitchen was completely gutted down to the dirt. We tore everything out of the kitchen. I either replaced or sistered onto and repaired 27 floor joists in the kitchen floor within the first month of living here.
we basically lived out of this room.
Yes. So we're actually
We had our refrigerator, our couch, our chairs, everything in here, and that whole end of the house was shut off.
you can't
Completely.
go there. There was no running water.
I was cooking in a crock pot and washing dishes in the bathtub.
So welcome to Fugate Farms. This is
Really
how it
did
started.
it.
And actually, at that point in
Character
time,
building right there.
it was. I remember sitting there with my feet in the hole in the floor, looking at my pastor and a friend of mine,
Pastor was just praying over him.
and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, we just bought this house, we've just moved in, and I need to throw a match on it and walk away and like do some like Nick Cage stuff and just walk off into the sunset with the explosion behind me. Anyway, so we finished that, washed dishes in the tub. That will build some character. That is a character building experience, washing dishes in the bathtub. So needless to say, once we finished the kitchen, we ceramic tile, all new cabinets, countertops, did concrete countertops. We did the whole thing ourselves. Me and Michelle did 100% of it. And we basically did this whole remodel while we lived in this house. And we got everything finished and then turned right around and ended up ripping that floor back out again because we decided we didn't like the ceramic tile that was in the kitchen because it was cracking and it wasn't working right. So we ended up now for the second time we're remodeling the kitchen. Not remodeling the kitchen. We're redoing the flooring in the kitchen because now we're putting wood in the floors. Better to wash dishes in the tub than to take a bath in the kitchen sink. That is true. Although I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think I'm fitting in the kitchen
I was going to
sink.
say, don't TMI anything out. You don't know what's going to come out of this man's mouth.
Hey, listen. So fast forward. Needless to say, we got done with that, and we were like, I don't want to touch anything. We like wore ourselves out. Fast forward a whole lot. Thank you, Jody, for coming in. Thank you for supporting Fugate Farms. We super, super appreciate it. You do what you got to do. Our first house had a mouse infestation. My husband wanted to get the 22 and pew that. Oh, That reminds me of another story.
Josh might have gotten the BB gun.
I wouldn't
out
let
a
him,
couple
so we
times.
set traps and more traps. It was unreal. Another rent house that we lived in out in the country, I found the mouse nest. And I am not lying when I say that I got the BB gun and there were mice scrambling out of the nest, and I was literally shooting. I was shooting.
I was so mad at you.
There's BBs bouncing all over the
You're gonna-
room. I'm just like going crazy because I was so. It is the money pit. It is, Tony. I had to look down at my notes. So we are still in the process of remodeling this house, I guess is what I was going at. We ended up having to do the exact same thing to the den that we did to the kitchen, which was we tore it all the way down to the dirt. And we replaced almost every single joist in that room, had to replace a lot of the rim joists because it was completely rotted. It's got a nice, beautiful hardwood floor. It is the one room of the house, short of me having put in ceiling fans yet, because that's what the missus wants is ceiling fans. I haven't gotten to that yet, but we put all new lighting in there, and that room is done. So that was our little slice of heaven. And then all of a sudden, my wife turned into this like animal person. You're not even gonna comment on that, are you?
I don't understand why you have so much problem with me having joy in my life.
I don't have a problem with you having use words pew pew for later videos. Yes. Yeah. So I'm not monetized, so YouTube can say what they want. YT, whoever, I don't care, whatever. But anyway,
I'm gonna get monetized.
when I first met my wife, Michelle, she didn't even want a dog. She didn't want a cat. She didn't want a goldfish. Okay. Am I lying? No. So thank you, Spring Meadow Farm and Garden. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for supporting us. So anyway, now all of a sudden I have 2 goats. I've got a livestock guardian dog with that goat. We have 987 chickens because somebody keeps going and buying.
I tried to celebrate this upright, this 100
Oh
subscribers.
yeah, go ahead and tell them. Go ahead and tell them what
and
you
he
wanted
said
to do.
no.
Go ahead and tell them what. Listen, I'm going to let her tell what she wanted to do for this 100 subscriber giveaway.
I said we should have got 100 baby chicks. I mean, would that not be cute?
Oh, it'd be cute until they turned into 100 grown chickens.
And get all the eggs.
All the eggs.
at all
I
them
have
chickens.
stacks of eggs already. I already have stacks of eggs.
Look at all.
So
those
yes, chicken
chickens.
math, Leanne. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. So anyway,
He said no.
I
He
well
said no.
actually I didn't necessarily say no. Okay. Yes, Stephen, that was the look on my face.
Yes, you did.
No, I said.
You said you're crazy. That's what
I
he
did.
said.
I think I did say that, and then I said I don't think you could get them. I don't think you could get 100 chicks here fast enough to do that because this was like what, Friday, Thursday?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, that's where we're at.
We
And
could
for
have done
those
some giveaways.
Hmm?
We could have done some giveaways.
chickens, gonna give away chickens. That's a lot of noodles and deviled eggs. Now I can eat me some deviled eggs.
Yes, you can.
Yes, he can. I would eat a dozen deviled eggs right now. A whole dozen. Which actually
Are
with
you
eggs
hinting?
in egg math means that's 24. Because you cut the egg in half, right?
You do.
But you do well, I don't know.
Oh.
So anyway, for those of you that may or may not know, I'm actually working on the fence. I'm working on posting a video. I think Sophie's back in the pen now. Fixed itself. Anyway, I'm working on a video right now about the fencing that I'm putting up because we are getting horses maybe in a week or two. Depends on how fast I can finish the
quickly you
fence.
can finish this fence.
So we had a total of like 1,400 feet of fence to run. I think I've got 600 of it done. Got like 800 feet more to do. But so we do have 2 horses that a friend of mine had, and she's trying to squeeze herself back in. I can see
Focus.
her. I'm sorry. I'm focusing right here. So I had a friend of mine that he's got 4 horses, and 2 of them are older. One of them is a retired quarter horse, was an old ranch horse. He's 26 years old. So he's just a pet. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, Donna, is horse math. I'm afraid that this whole horse thing is going to turn into me running a horse ranch.
I'm just trying to get you live up to your name, a farm. Fugate
So-
Farms. How can you have a farm if you don't have animals? Oh, McDonald.
It was never really called McDonald's. It was never really called Fugate Farms until we had. Actually, I came home
So
with
we had like 2 chickens.
2 chickens. That's true. Yes. Penny. Sorry, I got to get all these names. Those horses are too sort of. If kids are interested in riding, it's worth every penny. So everybody in the house is definitely hello, our Okie Homestead. Thank you for jumping in. So everybody in the house is interested in the horses, and they are expensive, especially older horses. But the second one is 17 years old, Tennessee Walking Horse. And I personally think that with some proper nutrition, he might still have a few good years left of easy riding and working and all that kind of stuff. So I don't think either one of these horses are like ready to, go into a show ring or anything like that, but they're going to be good pets more than anything. So that's what we're getting them for, because Michelle said horses would bring her joy. That's Bowser, the French bulldog. And he was supposed to bring her joy too.
He does bring me joy.
It
You can
does.
never have enough joy in your life.
Chickens are the gateway animals. Then again, don't rule out the chicks adding to your farm. Chicks do add to the farm. Chickens are the gateway animal. Peterson Farms of Nashville. I didn't know you were here, so hello and thank you for joining. I'm getting all these people running together. I don't even know who's all here. Thank you guys so much for being here. We bought our daughter's first horse at age 7. She's now 31 and still barrel racing. It was the best thing we could have done for her. That is awesome. Now, I got to be honest with you. Barrel racing is something that is extremely impressive to me. Robin used to barrel race. So you did you know that?
I didn't.
You didn't know that? Okay, so Robin was kind of like my godmother growing up, I guess would be kind of the best way to describe it. Anyway, she was a barrel racer for a long time. Now she's a drag racer. So, but barrel racing is impressive to me. It's really impressive to me. Now we're like a rodeo family when it comes to like rodeo fans. None of us are like actively rodeo cowboys by any stretch of the imagination, but we pretty much every year go to. We hit up a lot of the little local rodeos around here. We try to hit up like PBR. I watched every single night of the National Finals Rodeo on TV and wished I could be in Vegas watching the whole thing, but I couldn't.
We were going to sign Caden up for that.
Oh, that's
riding
right.
School, but
Yeah,
broke
Caden
his
was going to go.
collarbone.
Yeah, he did. He broke his collarbone like the week before we were going to sign him up for it, and he was going to go to Terry Don West bull riding school. He broke his collarbone playing football. I always wanted to barrel race, but gave up on that years ago. Obviously, I don't. Do men even barrel race at all? Listen, even if guys did, I can't. The training that goes into a barrel horse is such an interesting process. The training that goes into any of these, like barrel horses, like dressage horses, hunter jumper horses, your timed event horses, even bucking stock, the training that goes into these animals is amazing. And the money that gets spent on them is amazing too. I was blown away to hear people talk about how much money they would spend on these horses. I think she might be stuck, but Caden's going to go check on her. So I showed but didn't do rodeo. I didn't do anything growing up. I played football and baseball and wrestled all the way through high school. I didn't do anything with any animals. My sister showed Barbados sheep. She was the only one in the family that did any showing of any kind. So anyway, that's my non-rodeo history or my non-horse history or my non-farm animals history. But here we are just living up the farm life. It's funny because in school they used to call me Little Frenchie in Big Texas. Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining. I had friends in high school that called me Farmer Fugate. So, here I am. Here I am just living up what they were calling me back in the day. So anyway, congrats on the milestone, harder to reach. Yes. I never this is actually the third channel I've done on YouTube. This is the first one that I've actually worked on. The other ones I just, randomly posted stuff to. And I had 245 subscribers still on my other channel, and I just kind of abandoned it and started this one in November of last year. And man, 100 was hard to get to. I posted a video a while back that I was going to have 1,000 subscribers by July. Did I say July 1st? I think it was July 1st. We got a little ways to go. we're getting there, but we're not there, if that makes any sense. So anyway, so thank you guys so much for coming in here. I guess I probably should have planned a little bit better to be more entertaining to everybody. Most of these lives usually go about an hour. I may not have an hour worth of stuff to say.
There any questions? Maybe?
She started out in 4-H and it progressed to open barrel races, and now she goes all over the country barrel racing. That is so cool. I got to be honest with you. I'd love to do that. I used to travel and drag race when I got out of high school, and like I've been gone for 2 months away from my family. I don't love traveling like that, but like the adventure of traveling and drag racing, I did a regional point series that I chased, and it was so much fun. Anything is possible. You're right, Leanne. It is. And July 1st is still several months away. So who knows? Who knows what could happen? So anyway, does anybody have any questions? Throw some questions in the chat if you want to know about me or Michelle. If you read the comments on our last video, you would know that we just celebrated our 15-year anniversary. I was gone. Josh, you are doing great for your first live stream. Thank you. Thank you, Leanne. I appreciate that. How come you dropped your other channel? Because I'm retarded. I'm sorry. Because I'm stupid. I have to be politically correct. I'm sorry. Hey, listen, I tell everybody I'm just me, and I'm what, you get me. So I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend anybody if I said that. You're doing fine. Learning about your stories is cool. So anyway, I was in Las Vegas for the International Security Convention. Thank you, Penny. Penny, right? Yep. Penny. See, I'm getting better. Thank you for the congratulations on that. We did celebrate our 15-year anniversary a couple of weeks ago while I was in Las Vegas. Unfortunately, 15 is kind of a milestone, and I had to be out of town for work, so that was frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. I was not enjoying. The lighting's terrible. That's gonna be one of the first things I do if I'm gonna do lives very much. We're gonna get one of them little ring light things, light up my ugly face and your pretty face.
Mm-hmm.
That's the truth. That's
sweet.
the truth. Being yourself and your life story is what keeps it interesting. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to kind of catalog this whole process of bringing this, not abandoned property, because it hasn't been abandoned, but it was just a house that was lived in. It wasn't farming land. The family that we bought it from has owned this piece of property since the 1920s or 30s, and they've ran cattle on here. And there was working chutes and everything out behind the house. Thank you, Brenda. There were working chutes. Thank you, Little Frenchie in Big Texas. Remind me of your name. I know your name, and I can't remember. Where did y'all move from? We actually moved from Bixby. We moved here from Bixby. We're both from this area of Oklahoma. We moved to this property here in Mounds from Bixby. But yeah, so this property has had a lot of farming done on it in the past, but it wasn't being done by the people we bought it from. They were just living here, which is cool. What was your other channel about? So my other channel, if you're interested, you want to go check out, I haven't posted anything in there in a while. It was an everything channel. It was about anything and everything that I wanted to post on it.
Like a day in my life every day.
I did that for 100 days straight.
Yeah.
I've vlogged every single day. Y'all, if you want to talk about the hardest thing that I've ever done on YouTube, it was posting a video every single day.
And then we did like farmhouse, like
yeah, a lot of
the renovations.
The renovations. So if you want to see some of the house renovations, a lot of it's on that other channel. It's just my name, Josh Fugate, all one word, no space. The house is holding on for dear life for you folks to come rescue it. That's what we're hoping. We're hoping we're rescuing it. We're on a property that's been in my husband's family since 1850. See,
wow,
that's pretty cool. Now, when we first got married, the house that we lived in was in a town south of here called Okmulgee. For those of you that are around here in the Oklahoma area, you'll recognize Okmulgee. House was built in 1912. It was turn of the century, right around that time. Really neat old house. Lots of cool character. There's not a whole lot of houses in Oklahoma from the 1850s, honestly, that are still standing anyway. Now, if you go up like northeast, I see all kinds of old houses up there, upstate New York and stuff. Broke Cowgirl Homestead, where are you at that you have a house or that you're on a property from the 1850s? I'm curious to know. Oklahoma didn't become a state till 1906. Going to see 2 chickens before the storms tomorrow, taking y'all along in the pocket. Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate all the support. So my other channel, again, Josh Fugate, all one word, no space. And I did I called it a journey towards healthy, where I lost a bunch of weight. I found it all since then, for anybody that was wondering. I put it all back on and then some. But I did. I posted a vlog every day. I've posted a lot of stuff here. I did some outdoor stuff, some canoeing stuff, any of that stuff. Southeast Texas, just west of Huntsville. Okay. There's a lot of country out there in Texas. I love Texas. Our old house was built in 1904, but we've given up on saving it. So living in an RV now. God bless your heart, because I don't know if I could live in an RV. I could travel in an RV. Could you live in an RV?
If I was traveling.
If I was traveling.
I mean, I guess you have to you do what you have to do.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you have to do.
I never thought I'd wash dishes in the bathtub. So.
Very true. I never thought I'd be sitting in my living room looking at dirt in the living room. So you do what you have to do. So living in an RV. So are you, Brenda, are you building now? Are you tearing down the old house and doing something else? I've seen a lot of people do the RV and then like bring in a mobile home and get it set up.
Tiny homes. So
tiny homes. Yeah. Actually, we talked about doing that at one time. If we could get rid of these kids.
Talking about my babies like that.
I'm kidding. It was a joke. Not a good joke, but it was a joke anyway. I don't think you could live in a tiny home.
I don't know. I don't know. I think if you would quit hoarding stuff, I probably could.
If I would quit hoarding stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all see this? This is
No, but I see all the stuff you're hoarding around the house.
I don't listen. See, now I'm
See?
getting ganged up on. Caden's still behind us, throwing in his 2 cents every once in a while. I don't hoard stuff. The stuff that I keep is important. Is tools to fix this house.
I have not. There's tools in there that I've never seen you use before, ever since I was
he
born.
uses the tools. He's
Those
just
are
got
specialty
multiple tools.
I have multiple tools. Tiny homes need clean more often because it's such a small space. That's probably true. I've never thought of that, but that's probably true.
And then you don't have a room like to throw your
but the
stuff.
thing
You
about
don't have anywhere to hide stuff. If somebody comes over, you
No.
can't like shut the door and be like, "Don't go, ain't nobody go in the laundry room. Just stay out of there." Because
Yeah.
The thing is, though, is that if you have a small house or whatever, it's a lot quicker to clean it up too. It's small.
it is quick to clean it up. It's what we wanted. We bought it last year. Probably not, but that's what I wanted to do, was a tiny house. Our RV is 38 and a half feet long. So that's a pretty good size RV. I mean, we pulled a 44-foot car trailer and it felt like it was huge. So I could imagine 38-foot RV. That's a pretty good size RV. So that's definitely.
38-foot RV.
Hmm?
I want a 38-foot RV.
I would love a 38-foot RV, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think I'd want to live in it. Not right now.
I would.
I'm not at that
Bro,
point
put
in
me
my
by
life.
myself. I'd be living in that RV
By
all the
yourself,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, by yourself, not with a family of
No, because
4.
y'all take my room.
But anyway, back to what I was trying to say. I have multiples of tools. Some of them I need multiples of. Sometimes I don't put stuff up where it goes and I can't find it, so I go buy a new one. And then now I have 2.
And every time any job's done, I really have to do this. I really have to have this tool to do this job properly.
That's true.
Well,
Come
I
on,
really
guys,
have
help
to
me
have
out.
this kitchen utensil to do this recipe properly. You know,
You should go buy it. I have
trying
never
to buy
listen.
pigs and cows and horses.
No. Listen, I have never stopped you from buying something that's going to make good food. Have I? No, I have not. I have not. Now, hey, you know what? I think you need to tell them that story.
The KitchenAid story.
No, well, you can tell them that one too.
Which
I
one?
think you need to tell them about the next animal you're trying to talk me into right now is what I'm talking about.
Which one?
Which one? See, there's the problem, folks. I said tell them about the next animal you want, and she
Okay.
says which one.
Beeline Feed has a swap thing here right up the road from the house. The first Saturday of every month. And there was these baby pigs. I mean, come on.
Yes.
And they were little spotted pigs.
They were cooney pigs,
They
by
were
the
so
way.
cute. And so I just said that. But then somebody, one of his friends, was getting rid of a bottle baby calf, and I felt like it needed to be in my life.
I called the guy. I called him. I said, hey, you know what's actually, I told him a week prior. I said, hey, if I know it's calving season coming up, if you have any bottle babies, if mama kicks one out, let me know. Michelle wants one. He didn't call me. I found it on Facebook and somebody had already spoken for it. Hey, by the way, Leanne, Mennonite Farm, you're subscribed to her channel, right? When is this homemade Hawaiian roll video coming out? That's what I'm wanting to know. Ooh, we eat Hawaiian. What do you call them? The ham and cheese things, the sliders, the Hawaiian. What are they? Just ham and cheese? I don't know what she's. But we do those King's Hawaiian rolls. It's got to be better if they're homemade, though, right? Wouldn't homemade? Sure they are. Oh my goodness! You need to get that video posted so my wife can make some of those. I'm telling you, there's a reason why I found all that weight back that I lost is because I love to eat. Okay. I love to eat. So it will be hopefully Wednesday. Well, Wednesday can't come soon enough because I'm like, I do not that Carpenter Self-Reliance. How's it going? I didn't know you were in here either. See, I'm not even catching up. We're losing everybody. There's only 5 people in here because I'm rambling on. Anyway, I love Hawaiian, but man, they're the best. They got that sweet. In fact, if we had some here right now, I'd eat them. We don't have any, do we?
Well, we don't.
We don't. That's too bad.
We don't have cake either because apparently somebody dropped the ball on that too. I was told to just show up for 7:00 and that we were having cake. That's not what I told her.
I told her. I did say we were having cake. I'm like, I wasn't going to go buy a cake. I don't even know where to go buy one.
I don't understand reading the minds thing.
$7.99 for King's Hawaiian rolls. How much are they right now? Where you been getting them?
I get them at Sam's for $5 something for a 2-pack thing. I think there's 32 rolls in it at Sam's for. It's around $5 to $6.
So that's a little bit better, but still. Well, see now, Leanne, is your local grocery store is it like a Walmart type deal, or is it like a small town? Like the one in Beggs here where you would pay out the nose for just about anything.
Like Walmart over here is they're like $4 something.
Are they?
For just the small pack. So yeah, that's why I get them at Sam's. But I'd love to know how to make them.
I would love for you to know how to make them. I would.
Maybe we'll make them for Easter.
Maybe we will make them for Easter. By the way, speaking of, my shirt here says Today's Kids, as I'm sure you guys all figured out. This is our Sunday school program. Food Lion. Okay, we used to have Food Lion in Tulsa, and then it closed down for some reason. Maybe because their King's Hawaiian rolls were $7.99. Anyway, Today's Kids is our Sunday school children's ministry at the church. If you guys really want to see me in my truest of craziness, tune into our live stream on Sunday morning at what time? What time does service start on Easter Sunday? 10:00 Easter Sunday. And I have a little character that I play for the kids for Sunday school called Mr. Felix. And he's kind of my alter ego, maybe. He's the child within me. Anyway, so, yeah. Just look up The Church Today on YouTube or Facebook if you're interested. If you don't have anything else going on Sunday morning on Easter Sunday, Mr. Felix is going to start off the show. We'll just say it that way. So that should be a lot of fun. So anyway, I think unless anybody has any more questions, I buy the Hawaiian 8-pack buns for around $3.50 a pack. 8 buns. That just seems outrageous for 8 buns for $3.50 a pack. I'm not a mathematician, but that's almost 50 cents a bun. I'm just saying. For bread, I mean, come on. Why is that so funny to you?
I'm not a mathematician, but that seems
it just struck me funny.
That struck you funny? I mean, seriously, it's like flour. What else in bread? Some yeast.
Flour.
Apparently, they're King's Hawaiian rolls, so there's some sugar in there somewhere.
Some
sugar in there. They're large buns. Oh, okay. They're not the little Hawaiian rolls. They're Hawaiian buns. Maybe I've not seen these. Maybe I need
That's
to be.
probably not too bad. Think of like a pack of hamburger buns.
Yeah.
They're better.
but better. Yes,
Better.
that is so right. Pack of hamburger
You could have
buns,
a
but
big
better.
ham and cheese.
You know what? Next time when we make hamburgers on the grill, you need to get the King's Hawaiian buns.
Oh, yeah.
That could be on point.
Remember when we did them with donuts
Oh yes.
and bacon? That's why.
Yes, it's just flour, water, salt, sugar, and yeast for bread. See, and yet they're making 50 cents a bun for it. They probably made 150 buns out of one bowl. Cost them 50 cents to make the whole bowl. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up now. Did you end up buying more than the 1 acre and house? Yes, Carpenter Self-Reliance. I got distracted. I don't know. I have a hard time. Yes. So we have a total now of 4 acres total.
Wanting to buy more.
We would love to buy more. We are
Just
also
paid it off.
yeah,
Paid
we
off the
just
land.
paid off.
We're excited about that.
that we haven't paid off the house, but we the 3 acres that we bought in addition to what's on the mortgage. So we own the 3 acres. We're in the process of putting up the perimeter fence around it right now. So we have a total of 4 acres plus the house. And the lady that we bought it from has 116 more acres that she's going to sell at some point in time. But we're also in an area where, if you're familiar with this area, Glenpool, South Tulsa is growing this way. And the price of land has probably tripled, I would say, in the last 5 years. It's outrageous. It's just ridiculous. They're larger than regular hamburger buns and make great breakfast. Oh my goodness, Brenda, blue and gold sausage. You talking my language now? You talking my language now? I like a breakfast sandwich. Michelle, sometimes when I get up in the morning, depending on what's going on in the morning, sometimes she'll make me a breakfast sandwich on my way out the door. I can eat me some breakfast sandwiches. I like breakfast sandwiches. It's kind of like, it's not her fault, but she's part of the reason why I can't ever lose weight, because she cooks good. You cook too good. You need to cook worse, and then I wouldn't be so fat.
Okay.
Dad,
What?
do you think I have enough gas to at least ride?
Are you asking him a question right now? while he's
No,
on
I don't
his
think you have enough. Caden is dying to ride his motorcycle.
I want to.
Go start it up and see. If it dies, you can push it back to the house.
Yeah. Do you think I have enough gas to at least just ride for a little bit?
Yes. And if it dies, push it back to the house. Anyway, bacon, egg, and cheese on a bun is good stuff. It is. I can put a 1.5 sausage patties on that bun. See, we got to go get some. What were they? King's Hawaiian buns?
buns.
I got to have some of those in my life. I might have to go to the store
I
tonight.
saw some the other day.
Did you?
Mhm.
Why are they not in our house?
I'm pretty sure you were talking about losing weight. And so I bought Brussels sprouts. And
I was. See, y'all.
Because I brought Brussels sprouts and kale and all this goodness that we're going to make. Some
Listen,
grilled chicken
okay.
and stuff. And
I'm
he's just like,
Okay.
I'm not eating
All
it.
right. Listen, can we just be real? I might want to lose some weight. I do. I need to lose some weight. If I got to eat Brussels sprouts and kale, I ain't about to do it.
I love Brussels sprouts.
I know you do. I just don't. I can't.
And kale.
And it's not that I don't like vegetables at all.
I mean, you put it in some bacon grease, anything tastes good.
Well, again, you kind of got
But
a
you
point
wouldn't
there.
eat it. I fix them in bacon.
I know. I've tried Brussels sprouts and bacon grease. I just can't.
It's in his head.
No, it's not in my head. It's like miniature cabbage. And the only way I like cabbage is in that soup that you make. Okay. I need to lose weight, so I go to HOA. What's HOA? Homeowners of America, Homeowners Association. Brussels are wonderful,
See?
cooked with bacon. Okay, see,
I made
now
some the
everybody's
other
gonna
night.
gang up
I was
on
the
me.
only one.
Now everybody's gonna gang up on me.
I said, well, y'all missing out. This is good dinner.
Okay, how about kale? Y'all like kale?
Yeah.
Stuff is like chewing on tree bark.
Not if you. It is not.
Yes, it is. Stuff is awful.
He is so dramatic. when it
I'm
comes
just
to
telling it like it
vegetables.
is, okay?
Josh is like, I'm like,
Homesteaders
baby,
of
what kind of
America.
vegetable you want? Corn.
You know what I really am stuck on right now? A BLT.
I made that the other night.
You did.
With the
And-
Brussels sprouts.
And I ate the BLT. I would like to try Swiss chard. I've never had that. I ate the
I've never had
BLT, but I did not eat the Brussels sprouts.
Mm.
But I ate 2 BLTs, okay? So I had lots of tomatoes, so I got my vegetables in that day.
You're ridiculous.
I'm just telling the truth. Just telling the truth. eat Swiss chard. I want to eat some Swiss chard. I think it was Justin Rhodes.
Somebody said they'd pass.
Corn is not a vegetable, it's a starch. It's a starchy vegetable. I know corn doesn't have any nutritional value, and I don't hardly ever like to grow it in the garden because to me it's a waste of time to grow. She loves it. Kale is okay, but I would go for just some good old lettuce. I can't disagree with you there. I would rather have lettuce than kale.
Drenched in ranch.
Sure. With some bacon on top, some breadcrumbs, or not breadcrumbs. Croutons. Some stale bread.
Stale breadcrumbs.
Yes. Kale is best dried and ground up into a super green powder. I'll take your word for it. Because I'm probably not going to try it that way either. Dried and a super green powder. That's good. That's great. You're probably a lot more healthy than I am and a lot more fit. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's good. Congratulations to you. So anyway, not congratulations to me because I'm not eating my super greens.
Nope.
You would.
I would.
You would. I know you would. So anyway. All right. We've been in here almost an hour. And I just really can't thank you guys all enough for coming in here and joining us on our first ever live. I don't know. We might make this a semi-regular thing. Sundays are super busy for us. So every Sunday night would be really difficult. But I don't know. We'll figure something out. I got to run, guys. Catch y'all later. Brenda, we're about to close this thing up too. So thank you for coming in. Thank you for being a part of it. If we do decide on a regular live time, I'll get it out there somehow or another. We'll post a video. I'll post a live. We'll get the word out somehow or another. So anyway, thanks again to everybody for coming in. We really do appreciate it. And maybe on the next live, we'll have some cake. And I'll eat some cake.
Maybe.
And she'll eat some kale or some Brussels sprouts.
I might make your Boston cream cake.
Oh, no, I have to lose 20 pounds before you can make that. I told her she couldn't make that cake till I was at 20 pounds less, and I'm not there yet. So anyway, thank you, Carpenter Self-Reliance, and we will see you guys next time we do a live or on the next video or whatever. Thank you guys for joining us. Thanks for supporting us. We'll see you guys later. Bye.